again for coming back to another World Hiker travel video.
This time from the countries of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger.
Aujourd'hui que Dieu m'a béni, tu veux t'accrocher. Tu étais où quand j'étais dans la galère? Tu étais où quand j'étais dans la misère? Mais tu étais où quand j'étais dans la souffrance?
Mali is a country with really a lot to see. And after some long, sweaty hours in the bus, I made it up to Niamey, one of the highlights of all of West Africa, with the biggest mud mosque in the world.
It's worth the journey up here. Here we are at the incredible Grand Mosque of Niamey.
I didn't see one other tourist in Niamey in my time there, and it was nice to meet a local man named Omar, who took me in and had me over for meals at his house and showed me all around the village. Niamey is really a fun town to visit, with so much life in the streets, local markets, and the giant mud mosque which just dominates the town.
Walking out to some of the football fields right outside of Niamey here. New buddies, gonna see how they play.
I always love visiting schools when I travel, and the schools in Niamey were absolutely amazing. To meet so many of the kids, and especially see the Islamic schools, where the children were so proud to hold up their tablets with the different scriptures from the Quran. After Niamey, I went down to Ségou on another long bus trip, and the host at the guest house I stayed at, named Ben, was really kind to take me around on his motorcycle and show me the sights.
The Mosque of Gaddafi, one of the biggest mosques of the region of Ségou.
Just amazing, the burnt orange color here of a lot of these buildings in Ségou, Mali.
After Ségou, it was time to go over to Burkina Faso.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning here. Getting ready for the bus, it is early.
And I made my way over to Bobo, which is one of the highlights of all of Burkina.
It's like our bus is getting fixed here. It's been broken down for 2 hours, part of the adventure.
It's a long bus ride between Mali and Burkina, but I was glad to finally arrive in Bobo Dioulasso, which is one of the main spots to visit in Burkina Faso.
Here we are at the Grand Mosque in Bobo, the beautiful mud mosque behind me here at sunset. Fueling up before a motorcycle trip here in Burkina.
Renting a motorcycle was the best way to see some of the sights outside of Bobo, to get out and see the waterfall and the peaks of Sindou.
I'm here on top of one of the peaks of Sindou, looking out over all the landscape behind me. Beautiful views, it's about 110 degrees, so it's just me out here. Check out all these rugs on the ground here on this mosque out in the middle of the desert.
After spending a day in Ouagadougou, Burkina's capital, I went over to Niamey, Niger.
The high during the day is about 108 degrees here in Niger's capital. So I think I'm going to switch to the AC room, and the fan's like head level here. It's a little dangerous.
In Niamey, I didn't have big plans, so I headed out to walk the streets and ended up meeting a lot of new friends as I visited the National Museum and also the local river.
Là, on tenait contre la rage. Après l'homme, pour qu'il réponde par alpha, c'est envoyé un homme immortel.
And the National Museum was the closest I ever got to some hippos, as we watched them being cleaned and fed in the afternoon heat. If you're coming to Burkina, Mali, and Niger, be ready to sweat, as temperatures are over 100 degrees for much of the year in these three countries. Burkina and Niger are two countries where tourism is definitely under the radar. They have very few visitors in these two. While Mali has a lot of potential, especially if security concerns in the north improve. I enjoyed my visit to these three hot West African nations. Thanks for coming back to another World Hiker travel video. The World Hiker signing off from Mali, Burkina, and Niger.
Adios.
Sous le soleil, sous la pluie, pour gagner ma vie. Ce son-là, c'est pour tous les couillards, c'est pour tous les woyoman, tous les bagaman. Faut bara, tu vas réaliser ce qui te voit en bas, yo, yo. Ils vont te respecter.